Howdy. Ohio. I'm here. I have arrived. It is time. It's that time again. New Litmus Company update. Murder on the Warp Express. Which means, paying in salary. I mean, what? No, there's no paying in salary here. Everything will be perfectly fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. How could anything go poorly on a warp train in Litmus Company? I'm surely fine. That's basically the entire plan, Benny. That's it. It's just murder on the Warp Express. You already know it. And in preparation of it, I never got W-CORP Otis or the Dimension Treasury deal, so I won't be using her. And I also don't have the Faust multi-crack class. Whatever that is, I don't know. I'm saving up my balls for Earl King Heathcliff. How many of these do I have? 40? 40 single balls. I do have my season 4 or 3-star identity sword extraction. How many of those do I have? I'm gonna keep at least one for collection's sake. I only have one. Okay. Oh. Wait, 3-star. Oh. Wait, is that for season 1? No. There's season 2 and season 3. Weird. Tickets are weird, don't worry about it. Also have these. There. I have 2,000 of these. So that's about 3,000 charts. Is that enough? No. No, it's not enough. Very much not enough. Okay. So, I already dumped all of my XP tickets on the W-CORP team. The charge team. Same difference. I don't know who's here for passives. Damage. Charge. I think. Gluttony. That's not charge. Why are you here? Give me healing. There we go. Are you doing charge? Or are you also tremor? Tremor. Dang it. You're not charge. You're not in charge here. Why are you here? Do you have a passive I can use? Good question. Do you have a passive I can use? Probably. And then I think these two are here for charge. Probably. I can't click buttons. No, it's blunt damage. Oh, good enough. That works too. Pierce damage? Better passive you could use. I don't know. Blunt damage. Most of us are dealing blunt damage, right? Most of W-CORP? Or at least W-CORP Faust is. No, it's mostly Slash, looks like. Faust is literally the only one that deals blunt damage. Whoops. Is he also the slowest? This is for slowest, right? No, it's the least SP, not slowest. Dang it! What am I doing with this? I don't know how to use passives. I don't know which of these are usable. Boys. Those private residents which we're most likely not doing. Less than 50% max HP should not be happening. Yeah, I got nothing. I have no idea what passives I could use. I guess this will do. W-CORP D. I think we're ready to go. Probably. Maybe. It is soul murder time. We're in a train station. Train is here. I assume these are some kind of cryopods. I think... Regilius mentioned that we're going to be going to the warp train in first class. And I think the first class are the people who get stored in cryotubes, so they don't have to be awake and conscious during everything. But obviously I'm going to wake up, so... let's see about that. Also, I like how we're starting at -16 because that's totally not confusing. Since we've already done time killing time, that had on 15. Alright, 6.5-16, first class. Voice acting time, water. Serious music starts playing immediately. Oh, I forgot to open one more thing on the side. Here. No. Got it. Okay. Okay. Alright. How did this happen? First, we boarded the warp train to get to our next destination, W-CORP. Got into our fancy first-class flash-freeze hibernation capsules, and... we were supposed to arrive at W-CORP after a quick blink of an eye, but... Hello? Dante, please respond. There's... The first thing I saw when my vision returned was the perplexed look on Faust, who had entered hibernation at the same time as I did. Then I realized that we woke up mid-transit on the warp train. Which could only mean that we're now stranded in some lost, unknown dimension? Dante, I understand your considerable degree of disorientation, but... What? What the heck happened? First things first, let's rewind and return to the very start of this highly unfavorable situation we find ourselves in. A few days ago. Okay, wait. I don't know why we didn't just start with this, but okay. Sure, pacing, I guess. Regilius.
Our next destination is to a warp train, Dante.
What? Yeah, that's where it all started. There I was, still perplexed by the incidents at W-CORP, with my awful idea of clearing the air by asking Regulus for next destination, not knowing the storm that my innocent question would bring. Verily, I must have misheard thee.
I'm certain you heard me right, Don Quixote. We are now en route to the W-CORP warp train station.
The warp train station must have some conundrum that must be resolved there, indeed. A quest that must be swiftly addressed at the station, yes?
Did a distortion pop up at one of the warp platforms or something? I see that you're now significantly less disinclined to take on some side jobs. But no. We're boarding the warp train to get to the W-CORP. End of story. There's nothing between the lines, so don't try reading into it.
It was only natural that the sinners immediately fell into a state of collective dumbfounded shock. None of the sinners have any history of working at W-CORP, but... we're actually taking that train? Also, hi! Hello, welcome to this stream. I just now started a murder. I think murder is happening. It was not me, by the way. I did not do it. Through what vague information we can gather from the identities, we all had some fragmentary knowledge about the terrible secrets of the warp train's operations. I initially considered hiding this information from the rest of the sinners, but since sharing things with everyone and letting them get their own 2 cents and usually ended up being pretty helpful, more often than not, I've been sharing more of these as of late.
No, I have a very dim, if present at all, recollections from the time which I wear the identities. Can be determined from the conversational records between the manager and the identities that the mechanism behind Warp Train's operations can be deemed as somewhat bizarre and inefficient.
I'm struggling to read. Murder in the train scenario? Yeah, once again. Murder on the Owl Express, but this time instead of the Owl Express, it's the Warp Express. We haven't actually gotten to the murder part yet. We just now started.
Oh, yeah. It's that 10-second trip that actually takes a long time, right? And when the train reaches the destination, they just wipe the passengers' memories? I also heard that the passengers get so tired and weary that they start literally ripping and tearing into one another.
Sounds like I might finally have a chance to see a masterpiece with my own eyes. I'd rather not, though. Even when the sinner is aware of the identities through my identity cards, the identity's memories or beliefs don't bleed into them once it's over and done with. I remember when Faust explained that, due to the risks associated with embracing such influences, there is a filtering process to initially block them from reaching the sinners. That's why the sinners could use the identities of some of our worst enemies without getting infected by their philosophies and whatnot. You know, like Faust being corrupted by Cromer, or Ishmael becoming corrupted by Ahab. But it also meant that they couldn't retain any new information that each identity had to offer. That's why I keep a record of some things that sound particularly important, and sometimes shared with the rest of the sinners. My voice doesn't really carry well past the window, so most of our communications are one-sided, but I had an abundance of W-CORP identities. 6. Not all 7, I don't have all 7 yet. I have 6. So it wasn't difficult to piece together the truth behind the trains. But, maybe ignorance really is bliss. Your alarmed response and possible incompliance have already been accounted for. Faust? Then thou hast known this all along? Wherefore hast thou not deigned to tell me of this? Faust has indeed known this all along, as no knowledge is out of Faust's reach. As expected, the solution to your dilemma has already been prepared. I seriously doubt your solution involves not getting on the train. So what is it?
The bus... Oh, what about this bus? There's no way this thing fits inside a train car.
Charon vetoes too. No one to feed Matthew when Charon's gone.
Miss Faust...
The rearmost tail cars of warp trains are all freight cars. That is where Mephistopheles will be safely fastened and transported. And the LCB will have the benefit of boarding as first-class passengers. The bus begins to swell with noise again, though it is slightly different air to the alarmed response from earlier.
First-class passengers? What, the seats for those pompous toffs? Even on normal trains, you've got those sods whose proudest accomplishments in life is planting their butts in first-class seats, while others are cramming themselves into freight cars because they haven't the cash for even an economy ticket.
It's me? I was the murder. No, it's me! I mean, it was not me, but I didn't do it. Shh! Shush! It's a secret. Don't tell them. I mean, if you want to convince them it was you, then sure, I'll get away with it.
Hey, don't look at me. I've never been in one of those first-class seats before either.
Isn't the ticket for a single first-class seat like as expensive as 3-4 months' salary of a first-year wing employee? Can our budget really handle paying for all of our fares? The company's budget is not a subject that warrants your concern.
I heard first class passengers get some cool bonus stuff, like personalized private capsules or something, don't they?
That is the promotional language, yes. They're flash freeze hibernation capsules, to be precise. At least we're not in District 23? District Y? What's in District Y? I forgot what's there. I think the one time I heard District 23 mentioned was it's like halfway in between being the city and the outskirts, or it's basically the outskirts but it still has a corporation running it, but the corporation is not doing anything in it. It's mostly lawless monsters everywhere. We have been to the outskirts though, during Miracle in District 20. The outskirts weren't that bad, there was just a bunch of sand elves everywhere. A bunch of fat sand elves. Or gnomes, whatever they were, I don't know. They have been designed to easily withstand the true amount of time it takes for the warp train to travel from point A to point B. The trip will be over in the blink of an eye for the passengers.
The company's regard for our well-being is unfamiliar, yet welcome. To be provided such extravagance merely for our comfort, such occurrence is quite seldom.
Right? I honestly thought they were going to slip just the guide and count in the first class seats, and ship the rest of us in the economy cars. This seems like an unnecessary luxury. They should have saved their budget and given only executive manager and their loyal advisor access to those seats. I'm running out of breath. I'm very tired, okay? I'm normally asleep at this time. I'm also struggling to do lower voices right now, I don't know why.
Like Virgilius, I'm normally decent at doing a Virgilius voice. Right now this is as low as I can go. Unfortunately. I don't know what happened.
I'm also struggling with the lower feminine voices like Otis and Ryoshu. Normally I can do better. Now it's not working. Maybe it's the volume? I don't know. Feels like something's stuck in my throat when I try doing that. Water! This is why I do high voices, because it's a lot easier.
And also like regular man voices because they're high, but I'm just talking with my chest. So it sounds like it's lower because I'm vibrating more.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're taking the train to get to our next mission, alright? We have to think about the unique nature of warp trains and prepare ourselves accordingly.
Right? I know it's first class and all, but warp trains are just plain creepy. I knew you'd also be worried about...
For example, economy passengers are going to have a hard time getting into the first class car. If they can even attempt to open it, I mean, I'm pretty sure the doors separating the cars is ironclad. Ishmael, who had been holding that first class promotional pamphlets in her hand for a while, was chattering on with fire in her eyes. We won't even have to lift a finger. We just have to board the train, get into our capsules, shut our eyes, and snooze through the entire ride until all that messing down the cars blows over. I heard they used to give out commemorative merch back when their finances weren't in the gutter, and...
Oh.
A true adventure is not without its hardships, yet even the most exalted of heroes cannot venture without respite. And on very rare occasions, the hero may even deign to select a first-class seat to rest in peace of a quaint inn. Indeed, indeed. Seems like everyone was at least somewhat interested in the fabled first-class seats of warp trains. I could sense that there was a growing consensus among listeners that even a warp train trip might be acceptable if it meant they could ride in the first-class seats.
I will board the train if I must.
Is first-class seating mandatory? I prefer the scenic route. Don't want to miss out on all the fun. Virgilius pretended not to hear Ryoshu's question.
Very well. Then I assume that we're all in agreement. Let's go.
I a matter of great import to discuss with thee.
What is it? Out with it, lass. Beating around the bush ain't like you.
Don Quixote carefully began, almost whispering in a low voice. That is, in the first-class seats. I have heard it tell that we must board with our feet freed from our boots. Dost thou claim hot water? Oh, she does not wish to dismount from her great and mighty noble steed, Rocinante. Oh, come on now. Oh, what kind of nonsense concept is this coming from this time? 'Tis no gossip. Forsooth, I have overheard aught from those that have walked past ere today, and when one of them inquired, you know what, you gotta go barefoot on the first class, right? The other responded with, of course, man. What, am I stupid? Does the traveler speak true, Ishmael? Don't ask me. I've never been on one of these before. I don't remember seeing anything like that on the pamphlet. Give me a sec. I mustn't be separated from Rocinante. Not even for a twinkle. I shan't toss Rocinante to the side next to such vulgarities like the ugly shoes of Sir Heathcliff.
Oh, you little...
I implore thee, O illustrious Pencase, I pray thee grant me thy permission to allow me to board with Rocinante. I expected Regilius to enter with his usual exasperated rebuff. I can read. But this time he responded in a somewhat serious, if tainted by that familiar annoyance tone.
Fine. Keep your shoes on.
This is very important, you don't understand. The shoes are of very high significance, importance. Yeah. 17, the Northern Fixer. Oh. I'm guessing the... it seems like... From what I can tell... There seems to be a general theme with the, like... Fixer associations, or like the fixer offices, or the associations, the numbers, where almost all of the south ones are the ones that we're used to, like the modern, urban, almost sci-fi themed ones. And based on the little previews that we've seen from the live stream, it seems like apparently the west sections seem to be mostly, or at least the one that we've seen, the Western Zoi Association seems based on Western medieval knights. So maybe they'll all be based on like older historical Western stuff. And the preview we saw of one of the associations, I think the Devat Association, the 9th. That one seems very sci-fi, much more futuristic. Like along the lines of, not N-Corp, what was it? H-Corp? Where was the East Hangs chapter? It wasn't N-Corp, was it H-Corp? I don't remember, my memory's failing me. It seems like the North things are more sci-fi themed. The same with the multi-crack office, which is the newest office we've seen. That one seems very sci-fi and robotic. So, if they're from the north, which I think T-Corp is also in the north section, the north area of the city, then that would also line up with the pattern. Which also makes me wonder what the east section is gonna be like. I really want to see all the different outfits for all the associations in all 4 cardinal directions of the city. We shall see. This place is huge. This is my first impression of the warp train station. Oh, so this is Don Quixote shouted vibrantly, immediately recovered from her previous apprehension of the sheer possibility that she might be separated from Rocinante. So each nest has one of these massive structures in them?
I've got nothing. Oi, know anything about what they're asking?
Heathcliff asked, gesturing towards Marcel with his chin.
Every warp train station has been built with general design philosophy that draws from their respective nest architectural idiosyncrasies. It can also be said that many critics in relevant fields praise the warp trains as one of the many cultural cornerstones of the city.
I have no idea when it happened, but Heathcliff started treating Marcel like a walking encyclopedia from time to time. Honestly, I've been doing the same. If I was Dante, I would be doing the same. Marcel, young Marcel. No, is that passenger over yonder one from the west?
Incorrect. Leather-based clothing and metal armor are predominant fashion trends often visible in the outfits of the western population.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like medieval, like western historical or medieval, like knights or fantasy or Dungeons and Dragons, Final Fantasy. That's how most of the West associations and syndicates seem to be based on. How could you? Because the story is called Murder on the Warp Express. Somebody had to commit a murder, and nobody else was doing it. So...
While that individual's cloth-based style is something that ubiquitously observed throughout the population of the North and South, they're largely considered to be an Eastern fashion trend, rarely seen among Western.
Prithee, slow thyself. Friend must make a record of thy lectures. What wisdom dost thou have to impart regarding the fashion of the northern region? I have once espied in the magazine that they are garbed in loose-fitting outfits. Understandably so, given the colder climate of the region.
An opportunity for a first-hand observation stands before you. Ah!
3 seconds of screaming do it. One of utter fascination, the other of unmitigated frustration.
What the? You nearly blew out my eardrums. You're the one to talk. Dude, I've got an audible frequency range expansion implant in my eardrums. Holy man. Now get the heck out of my way. You're blocking the way like a ragtag band of hicks who's never even seen a warp train before. Dang it. I take the train all the way here for an expedition, only to lose my target, and now these holes are trying to blow out my eardrums. Great. Just great. I love this.
Also, thank you for that, Patsy. Well, most of the time whenever a character swears in the game, I just personally don't like swearing, so I come up with some kind of gentler word, like dang it, or buttholes. But every now and then I'm like, wait, how do I censor this one? And I can't think of a gentler word to fit into here. There it is. Yuri swears like a mother sailor, trust me. Yup. I say all the swear words I want. And nobody can stop me, no matter how much they want. Guys, isn't that obvious that we've never been on a warp train before?
And the ticket fee came straight out of my dang pocket. Oh, watch out, pig fella. Someone might get seriously hurt if you keep swinging those 4 arms around, each holding a weapon to boot.
Prithee, let now stand still for but a moment to satisfy view and curious of mine regarding thy outfit. Oh, yes. Stand in absolute stillness for 5 minutes, and I...
Seriously?
The fixer, with a particularly impressive set of prosthetic arms, spent a few minutes venting several of his numerous grievances at us, before storming off to a different platform. Ah, indeed. 'Tis grand, this city of sundry odd personalities. I'm pretty sure he was thinking the same thing.
I Guess this city really is full of people full of body prosthetics.
That's when Regulus slowly walked up to our group. The first time I heard your curse, I was like, dang, where's this soap? Excuse me! If you ever want to shove throat in my mouth, just get some mint. I hate mint. Mint tastes like soap, it's the same thing. I would know.
Well then, we'll rendezvous at the destination.
Huh? The illustrious red gay is not right alongside us?
W-CORP policy demands that those with the title of a color must board a train specially prepared for them instead.
You hate mint? Who hates mint? Me! I do. Mint's not that bad, I know. It really depends on the person. I forgot exactly what it's called, but like everybody is born either with or without a certain receptor in like I don't know if it's their taste buds or their brain or something, where if you don't have it, then mint tastes like mint and it's perfectly fine. Those are usually the people who like mint, like you do and my sister. But then people who do have it, then when they taste mint, mint tastes exactly like soap or shampoo to them, which I'm pretty sure I have, cause I don't like mint. It's very unfortunate. I wish I liked mint. I do like peppermint tea though. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's different, or maybe it's lighter, softer. It's just not as strong. But like any other kind of mint stuff, I can't stand. I like peppermint. Yeah, like Christmas peppermints. I don't like Christmas peppermints, but I like peppermint tea. Time to scrub your mouth. No! You can't do it. It's mine. I dodge your guts. I already read this. Are you like riding the first class plus or something? That's a color for you, I guess. Special treatment from the wings, no matter where he goes. Khan wants to go back to Mephi. Mephi will be lonely.
I already told you why you can't, Charon. On 3 separate occasions in which I brought you those multi-flavored candies, humans are not allowed to board the freight cars. Then, Miss Faust...
Yes. Regalius, after exchanging a knowing look and a nod with Faust, escorted the particularly peeved Charon away. Dante, let us proceed this way. We followed Faust's guidance to the entrance to our train car.
Dang.
Wow. Hey, our colors are starting to come back. Ah! Oh! Hey, these must be the fabled complimentary food and drink of the first class seats. Heck yeah! Of course. Quality stuff like this has gotta be included with that insane pricing. The general response to this room was a surprise at the rows upon rows of expensive-looking sizable capsules. Flash freeze hibernation, huh? I guess it literally freezes our bodies in a flash. False, are these flash freeze hibernation devices, safe? Like especially for a clock? Please elaborate on your exact definition of safe. These things are supposed to freeze us solid, right? Can we really come back from something like that? A flash freeze hibernation device will put you in a temporary state of death caused by a rapid cellular cryopreservation process. However, the rapidity of the process prevents damage in your cell walls during the phase change. Therefore, in most normal circumstances, this will not cause any issues. Faust is aware that this model has fully resolved cell wall breaching issues that caused by cryogenic density change or by ice crystal growths of hydrogen molecules. I missed about half of what you said, but your point is that it's safe, right? Yes. As far as Faust is aware, even if an issue were to arise during the journey, because everyone will be reverted to their status as at the beginning of the train trip upon arrival, there won't be any lasting complications from the said problem.
Boy, you've got some real talent in dragging out something so simple as, yeah, it's safe, to so many words. Seriously.
Indeed, as Faust's talents are not limited to a singular field. Aha. Okay, but that still leaves a lot to be worried about. Oh wait, and there was something odd about the way she phrased that. As far as Faust is aware, are you saying that it couldn't be wrong? As a general rule, Faust does not err. However, Faust is also not a divine being. There is certain information in this world that Faust is yet to have access to. Therefore, while Faust may speak the facts, what is said may not always align with the truth. Okay.
They don't call first class for nothing, I guess. W-CORP's way up there in the northernmost corner of the city, but this thing will take us there in the blink of an eye, huh? That's one hell of a time saver.
Prepare thyself, Rocinante. Thus begins the long jaunt. I've been meaning to ask, Don Quixote, do you ever, wash those shoes? Where'd that come from, Rodeo? No, I mean, think back to when we were inside that whale. When that whale blew up, we got all kinds of its gross, slimy bits on us. They were on our clothes, our shoes, everything. Yeah. And do you remember how much work it took us to clean our bloodied, fishy, fleshy, gunked clothing? This really isn't something I want to revisit, but yeah. Right? And you also remember how Don Quixote never took his shoes off once during that whole ordeal? Okay, I guess they do look a bit filthy. I ask thee, dear compatriots, hast thou ever witnessed an errant knight who leaves the side of their beloved steed? Hi! Hello, Admiral. Welcome to Olympus Company stream. Welcome to the murder on the Warp Express. I did it, but don't tell anybody. It's a secret. Shh. We're getting to that part. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil that I was the murderer. We're getting there. Manager Squire, finally, Olympus. After all these years, I last played Olympus Company during the Killing Time event. It was not that long ago. It was let me check. When was on the 18th, 3 weeks ago. Right? No, wait, no, shoot. 7 weeks ago. It's on the 6/18th, not 7/18th. Whoops. Only almost 2 months ago. 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 4 years ago? Close enough. Same difference. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I've had something stuck in my throat for today and yesterday's streams. I wasn't noticing it as much during the Honkai Star Rail stream because I was mostly doing character voices that I had not done before. Most of them were new characters. But now that I'm doing Olympus Company characters again, I'm definitely noticing it. I'm struggling a lot with doing, Vergilius, Gregor, Rhodia, Ryoshu, and Otis. I think Faust as well? I'm not sure. Most everybody else I'm doing fine, I think. Vergilius and Gregory.
I used to be able to do a pretty decent Vergilius voice. Now, as of right now, this is as deep as I can get. I'm not sure why. Unless I'm doing Marcella's voice, which is more like this. Which is more boomy, but Vergilius is not boomy, it's more grainy. Vergilius is more grainy. This is as grainy as I can get. I don't know what happened.
And same with, say, Rhodia's voice. Been warming up to her a little bit more in the past 40 hours. Don't ask me to do Ryoshu or Otis. I can't do them. They're hard. Vergilius and Gregory FNAF reference? Wait, what? Is Vergilius a FNAF character's name? Who is Vergilius in FNAF? Gregory, I know, is the player character in Security Breach. Gregory is yes. And obviously, Freddy Fast, Glamrock Freddy would be Dante. Vergilius is a Blue Archive reference. I forgot how Vergilius was in Blue Archive as well. The only Blue Archive reference I can think of that can be made with Project Moon is all the Sephiroth names. I think there's a boss for all of the Sephiroth names. At least most of them. Maybe they haven't actually added all of them yet. Malcute. Is there a Malcute boss? What did he look like? Which one was it? I think Yasad was the sphere. Hod was the giant snake worm thingy. Blue Archive. Malkuth. Which one was Malkuth? I don't think I fought Malkuth. Wait, was Malkuth the sphere? No. I don't think Malkuth has been added to the game yet. So that one doesn't have an official design. Gebro's there though. Gebro's a giant rounded turn or something. God, my beloved. Have you played FNAF? I have, yes. Not Security Breach though. I've played every single official FNAF game, including Help Wanted and Help Wanted 2, but I've not played Security Breach or Security Breach Ruin because the games are broken and buggy and glitchy, and I'm not spending like $40 on a broken mess. You're a kid. Curse me out real quick. Okay, I got you. Yeah, there you go. Cheese said, I'm sorry, but the Blue Archive boss is not made out of cheese. Unfortunately. Clifton, if you won't know, you just curse him yours. Wait, no, don't do that. Don't you f***ing dare. Don't do it. I'll... Don't you dare. See what happens. See what f***ing happens. I forgot that I had a meep, but now that I remember, I'm having too much fun with it. Look what you've done. Okay, continuing. I got sidetracked. Say it without the meep. There, I said it without the beep.
Can't say I've ever witnessed a night before, though.
Then thou shalt know, starting now. Behold it, hearken to it, and remember it well. They never quiet down, do they?
Oh, have you been on one of those, Otis?
I have been treated to premium VIP seats of similar grandiosity back when. This is nothing to fuss over. Otis, who was sitting there and shaking her legs, suddenly asks Faust a question. Hey, you're confident that no accidents ever occurred on one of those first-class cars, yes? In order to prevent cases of unnecessary anxiety and misgivings among the sinners, the history of accidents that has occurred aboard warp trains will not be shared. Wait, what the... Meep. Neotism is strong with this one. See to our faces? You're welcome. I think we're leaving soon. Train announcer! This is for Warp Train PW612 bound for W-CORP. Boarding period is ending soon. The sinners who are either leisurely enjoying their complimentary snacks or taking a look around the first-class cars suddenly became a lot busier. Then let us hurry and enter our capsules before it is too late. Oh no. Why isn't this... The other sinners made it into their capsules no problem, but... I felt like I was the only one who was fumbling. Is it anxiety, Dante? I think so. Initiating warp in 10 minutes. Allow me to assist you. Stand as though you're leaning back, and... I need food, be right back for breakfast? Okie dokie. We have not gotten to the murder yet, so you probably have time. Maybe. Faust expertly guided me into the capsule, as though she had done something like this before. Then pressed a button inside the capsule and I closed the hatch. Do not worry too much. We'll meet again in but a moment, Dante. I thought I heard a brief sigh, but the hatch shut tightly before I could ask her anything. Is Don Quixote doing a pose? Why is she posing? Don, what are you doing? Why are your hands up? Don Quixote is styling right now. Is he saying, I think? Is he... who do I see? That also kind of looks like Don Quixote. Faust? It's probably Faust. Monglu. And... no idea. Dante, I guess. Initiating warp. Please confirm that your seatbelts are firmly fastened. The last thing I saw before my capsule began to fill with gas was Faust climbing into her own capsule opposite of mine. I had no idea then what she really meant by "we'll meet again in but a moment." Dante, you must wake up, Dante. The one thing I knew for sure was an inconceivable situation has occurred. That something had seriously gone wrong. And now it all goes downhill. I mean, what? There's no way it could possibly go downhill. Nothing ever goes downhill. How can it possibly go downhill? What? Disappearing passengers. Are you here already? It went downhill like your growth spurt. Yeah. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, how did I shrink? Wait. If a growth spurt is going downhill, does that mean that the growth spurt is decreasing in the amount of length, or that the amount of length is Wait. This is confusing. I don't get it. She has shrink spurt. It went downhill like my shrink spurt did. My shrink spurt went on like... And then I was down here. Wow. I guess that wasn't an exaggeration at all. It all really happened in the blink of an eye. As always, Faust was giving me her usual look, which was a complete lack of any emotive expression. Which, I suppose, is why I didn't immediately register that something had gone awry. And now the best comparison? It went downhill like Chi-Chi is alive? You monster. How dare you? Excuse me? Excuse me, how dare you? You're lucky I'm not banning you for that. For insulting my beloved Chi-Chi so immensely like this. You monster. You keep joining streams like, how dare you, accusing me of something. Now I have something to accuse of you for the rest of eternity. It's only a matter of time. That doesn't mean it's acceptable. That doesn't mean I should be happy about it. Which... Oh, I already read this. No, we're not yet at our destination. Huh? When I finally came to, and after I had some time to digest that odd reply, I looked up at her face once again. and realized that her expression was more antsy than usual by a microscopically minuscule degree. So, this train is still running? Yes. Then where are we? I believe we are currently stranded in an unidentified dimension. Coordinates unknown. I took a reflexive deep breath from the sheer horror of the numerous implications stuffed into that dryly delivered sentence. When that passed, the first thing that struck my mind was that we were about to suffer the very thing that we were so worried about. Searching, she wasn't happen either, but you don't see her complaining? Yes, I do see her complaining. That's why she's a zombie. She is literally a zombie because she complained. I see. But I soon found myself calming down. It can't get any worse for Gigi, right? It can. She could get buried alive by Hu Tao. It could very much get worse. Or she could get completely stiff from rigor mortis if she does not do her daily stretches. Or even worse, she could run out of water. Like I just did. Dang it. I'll have to go refill my water in a couple minutes. Yeah, this had to be a part of Faust's plan. She probably saw us coming from a mile away. I'm sure she's about to proudly tell me every little detail of her plan that'll help us out of the situation. But this is all just part of the plan, right, Faust? That was an unusually long silence from Faust. You're half correct, yet half incorrect. With that, Faust left me to flounder in the chaotic stream of vaguely terrifying information as she began stopping by each capsule to wake the sinners.
Oh, we're here already? Man, it really happened in the blink of an...
No. Oh, what's this? We're here already? For real? It really happened in the blink of a... No.
Oh, we're here already? I guess I really was worrying over nothing.
No. No.
Yet I have not uttered a single word.
No. Thank you for the orientation of Faust. We all know what's happening now. There's a brief cheer, a little hoorah about regaining our colors, followed by a flat tone expression of our current predicament, which was then followed by a long, loaded silence, which was a sequence of events I had the pleasure of watching play out about 10 consecutive occasions. I lost my needle of introducing all she deserved. Well, then give her to me, hand her over. I'll take her. Dante, I understand the confusion. However, perhaps an elaboration of our present circumstances is necessary. And that brings us to the present. Let me get this right. This train's still running.
And we're drifting through some unknown dimension?
Ah, what about that strike with me is quite dramatic.
Most importantly, are you saying that you already knew that this would happen, Faust?
Wait, Gregor didn't call her Frau Faust. What? What happened? I think Gregor would call her Frau Faust. What happened? Are they not friends anymore? Oh. Yes.
What the heck is wrong with you, huh?
The sinners each began to voice their anger. Of course, this wasn't the first time Faust and Regulus intentionally and knowingly omitted certain details about events in our path.
What, are you insane? It's not like we can just retreat or jump out the door when stuff hits the fan. Opening the door will result in nearly imminent destruction of the physical body.
But hey, Faust, at least you know what to do like you always do. You've got a plan, right? Right? Faust, whom I had never seen at all for words, was having oddly long instances of silence.
What's up with her? Lass looks totally out of it today.
She gives me a sideways glance. There must be something she can't discuss in front of the sinners. Guys, let's pause for a bit. She said that something inconceivable happened. The other sinners' anger was completely understandable. It also makes sense that this continued lack of communication is harming our trust in Faust. Alright, we're gonna go over the situation from the start, okay? But just letting things play out might really turn everyone against Faust, and for good. And I doubt Faust had any ill intent in waking us up in the middle of the trip. Well, first things first, I gotta get the sinners to calm down. Then I'll ask Faust to tell us what happened. If there's a problem, we'll figure it out and deal with it as we move along. Tell us what's going on, Faust. All of it. And in a way that we can all understand. Let's hear her out first. Is that okay with you guys? If you say so, I'll go along with it.
Fine. Suppose losing my rag rarely ever did anything.
Thank you. Then, after some time, the gist of Faust's explanation was as follows. The cause of this issue, as always, involved a certain contract and a unilateral decision from the higher-ups of Loomis Company. W-CORP caught a wind of Loomis Company's distortion contract management promotions. Oh. Okay, I see where this is going already. I decided to contract us to deal with a mysterious repeated series of incidents suspected to have been caused by distortion, after multiple failed attempts to resolve it on their own. Of course. I'm actually interested in this now. Does this mean that the Dimension Shredder is going to get story involvement? The only case of the distortion... Well, I guess technically it's more of an EGL, maybe it's not a distortion. Huh. Never mind. I was thinking that maybe the Dimension Shredder will be the distortion here. But that's also an EGO. I got excited for a moment because that would mean that the first place that Distortion Shredder came in was during Refraction Railway, and then it became an EGO, right? The same with basically all of the other Refraction Railway abnormalities, but none of them have ever had any story involvement. Like the ring pointed, not the ring pointillist, my form empties, the statue, or the rose cross thorns thingy. Although those two also have EGOs. Are those distortions or abnormalities? Is Dimension Shredder an abnormality? Not a distortion? This is confusing. First! Oh my gosh, you beat Admiral to the first redemption. Well done, you did it. That's the first time that somebody has beat Admiral to the first. Yes to all of that? Yes. I know how this company works. I know what's happening here. Wait, did I read that? I think I did. I thought I did. Oh. The distortions themselves likely did not pose a problem for W-CORP. Based on the available information, it can be determined that they would have all been neutralized as soon as the train arrived, and any transformed passengers would have been reverted to their human forms. Oh, that's what she's saying right now. Okay, I did read it. But the real issue is that the passengers were disappearing. Passengers spirited away? Alas, such is an impossibility aboard these trains, is it not? What if they open the exit door and go out into the unknown dimension of space? Would that not make them disappear? That is the question for which we must discover the precise cause and effect of. Did W-CORP share anything to get us started? That appears to be the most prominent cause of this misunderstanding. She explained that the W-CORP refused to share anything about the trains, because they are concerned about maintaining the secrets of their singularity. Maybe that's exactly why they sought out an upstart business like Limbus Company to deal with this. Now that I think about it, we wouldn't even know where to start if we didn't have access to the information that the identity cards had to offer. Faust produced what appeared to be a keycard with the W-CORP logo on it before continuing with her explanations. However, we were given this master keycard that can open and close the hibernation capsules at will. Now sacrifice the clock? Huh? To sacrifice the clock for GGRG? No, I won't. I don't do sacrifice rituals. I do location, active character selection, and eating signature dish. That's my ritual. Also, I'm gonna be right back and go refill my water and get some tea. I'm gonna take a break real quick. Break time. Hold on. I'll be right back. Whee! Hello? am back. I have returned. I have water. I have tea. I have my blanket. I have my honey, which goes in the tea. Well, welcome back. I am back. I am back and I'm also welcome. What's the clock? Dante, the clock. The clock in. This red person right here. Their head is a clock. That's me. That's my self-insert of me, myself, and I. Even though their name is Dante, but like, it's also me. I have some minty Oreo. Oh, good. You can eat it. However, we were given this master key card that can open and close the hibernation capsules at will. We may return to our respective capsules as soon as the contract is fulfilled and safely complete the rest of the journey as we planned from the beginning.
These bloody wings. Every single one of them's been absolutely balmy. I think it's a bit unkind of them to ask us to finish the puzzle without all the important pieces. At least at W-CORP, their chief executive director tagged along as our assistant, not to mention kinda explaining so many new things to us. It sounds like Miss Faust was stuck between a rock and a hard place herself.
Some singers grew more receptive after their explanations, albeit with a sigh.
I would have appreciated it if you'd at least give us a hint.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but it's not like there's someone out there monitoring every move and every word, right? That is... But not everyone was willing to let this go without saying their piece. Next time, I'll take your inputs into account. The mint is for you? No, thanks, I'm good. I have my tea. There's clock. And that's everything I can do for her. It's an undeniable truth that Faust has disappointed the sinners with what she's done. But she is Faust after all. I'm sure she has backup plans to get us out of the situation. It's rude to refuse a gift? Okay, fine, I'll take it and give it to my sister, then it's a double gift. So what's next on our agenda? Yeah, what's done is done, right? Besides, it's not like we're gonna rot away for thousands of years inside this metal box. That is something I must first discuss with Dante. Discuss? But discussing things with other people is very unlike Faust. What are we discussing, Vals? I recommend that you lower your voice from this point onward, Dante. Why are you whispering? Your secretive attitude only served to exacerbate my already battered sense of safety. My connection to Gesellschaft, Faust, has been severed. What? What does that mean? Google Translate. Define Gesellschaft. I assume it's a German word. Social relations based on impersonal ties as duty to a society or organization. What? A rationality developed a mechanistic type of social relationship characterized by impersonally contracted associations between persons. What? Reading the definitions is not making me understand it anymore. An association of individuals for common goals, as for entertainment, intellectual, or cultural purposes, as for business reasons. What? Okay. Gesellschaft. Well, Snap Faust gonna kill you? What does that mean? No, she's not. We're friends. We're best buddies. I'm sorry, what? I cannot access Faust's knowledge at the moment. I guess I was absolutely right to be anxious. We are probably in a dimension that does not have access to the mirror worlds. which means Faust's brain cannot connect to the other Fausts from other mirror worlds. Oh hey, there's combat! Inaccessible. I wonder why there's combat. What could it mean? Want me to find out? They're weak against blunt damage. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really bad. I mean, they're not resistant to slash, so that's good, but like... This isn't why you're supposed to be using multi-crack office, but I'm not. I don't have it. I mean, I think they're dealing blunt damage, right? That makes sense. Well, mostly blunt damage and also a little bit of slash. Weird. Okay. I am back. Hello back. I'm Yuri. You're also welcome. Welcome back. So recap. Now that you are both welcome and back. We got on the train. We went into the cryostasis preservation pods. Faust woke us up from the cryostasis preservation pods while we're in the middle of training. I mean, not training, I mean like riding in the train. While the train is training. And now she's told us that she's not able to connect to the other Fausts. Whatever that means. This is where W-Otis would be useful. If I had one! I very much do not have one. I have W-CORP. I have W-CORP Faust. She's dealing blunt damage. This will be fine. She'll carry us, right? And she's also doing like fluid sac. That's more blunt damage. And repression mitter is more blunt damage, right? Faust solo. Yeah, totally. If anything, I'm just super happy that I can use all of the W-CORP, the 6 original W-CORP IDs, and get the full 120% bonus. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything because it caps out at 120%. I'm really glad I can reach the bonus cap. That makes me so happy. I hated that about most of the events, because I did not have the IDs to reach the maximum bonus. Can I make it a support? I can. Probably uptime... a support using an uptime 4 if somebody has that? No, nobody has that. Support... Faust at uptime 4? No, of course not, because it's 2-star. Well, how would anybody have it? Oh. That's not W-CORP. Dang it! Nobody has a support W-CORP ID at uptime 4 that I need. Wait. Oh, dang it. I saw 2 blue IDs and I got excited, but then I realized, no, that's EDO magic bullet, that's not... Dang it! Does anybody have, no! Dang it! Obviously nobody has Heathcliff, that's impossible. I need more friends! There's no supports I can use here! Hongo steps on the enemy, huh? Carry eternally great? What do you mean? She's like... a 2-star season 1 ID, that means she's overpowered, right? Yeah. She deals like 4 plus 6 with a single coin? That's like... 10 damage! Wow! She's really bad. Those numbers are tiny. Hongo steps on the enemy, huh? Does he? I forgot what his attack animations are. Deploy charge barrier. I think I remember him stepping on an enemy. Was it W-CORP? Or was it K-CORP? Pretty sure it's W-CORP. Listening back to limits, to be honest. Well, yeah, the new event just now started. Of course you should. Everybody should. The season will end and I haven't played once. Yeah, me too. I have not played once for the whole entire season. Except for Walpurgis Night, I think. Just right at the beginning of the season. Or was that at the end of season 3? I forgot. But like, you can see Stenonies. I have not played ever since the Ring Pointillist banner. So no W-CORP bonus, no T-Corp, no DSE Mersault. I completely forgot. What? I completely forgot this guy existed. No Cavernous Wailing EGOs. No Wuthering Heights Chief Paparotis. I think she was before Ring Pointillist. I did not pull on her either. And none of whatever the heck this thing is. What? Who is this? Who am I looking at? Who are you? Real shoe. This is a real shoe. Huh. Doesn't look like it. And then events. Don't have Everlasting Faust either. So my objective right now is I'm going to spend basically all of my 31,000 free lunacy on the last 3 target extraction banners for this season, which I'm pretty sure is going to be Earl King Heathcliff during the Walpurgis Night. I think it'll be both of them at the same time. And then the Daylight Association and the West Zoya Association. I think those are the last 3 banners for this season before Don Quixote season. Which means I'm not pulling on this banner either. And hopefully, if I pull on those 3 banners, and also spend my 2,000 crates thingies here, then I can maybe get the rest of them out of dispensers. Hopefully. Ideally. Should I assemble one in Kevlin module? For my 2? I guess. Okay. But I also need to save energy. Oh! Update error compensation already! Already! We already got errors. Let's go. The new update for Limbus Company can never release without error compensation. I save till hot announcer comes? Oh. Well, if she's part of the Walpurgis Night, which will be right after this one, I think. When is it? On the 22nd? That's in 3 weeks? No, 2 weeks. I think the Walpurgis Night is in 2 weeks. I should probably mark that, shouldn't I? Hold up. Documents. Schedule. I have so many documents, it's hard to find them. Yeah. Here. Is my screen off? No. Murder on the World Express just came out today. And then 22? It does 22. Bong bong. Limbus Company. Oh, just Limbus. Walpurgis Nacht. That's how you spell it, right? I'm so good at spelling. Yep. And that is on a Thursday. Oh, good. There it is. Save. Ta-da! Schedule. Walpurg. I don't know. It's German. I don't speak German. I don't know how to spell it. What do you want from me? I'm already bad at English. I got so used to them being the silent lobotomy characters. Oh, but I still haven't finished Lobotomy Corporation, so I'm not used to it. I've spent way more time playing Library of Runa than Lobotomy Corporation, so I'm very much used to them talking. I thought that they did have voice acting in Lobotomy Corporation. I forgot that they did not. Okay. Here. Again, I still wish that I could play Library of Runa with the JP voice acting on Steam instead of having to get the game on Switch and play with a Switch Pro controller and start over. Ah. Alright, now we're starting combat. I'm sure nothing can go wrong. Inaccessible. And also, this is one of the weird chain battles. Like if I go to certain encounters in the Murder on the Warp Express events are chain battles. In chain battles, the sinners will not lose their sanity even if their allies are defeated. So, we're supposed to die? What? Does this mention anything about it? No. Basically, it just means that I can bring in the other sinners. Which means their passives are useless. If I'm going to be bringing them in, then I probably want more charged characters, right? He's good for charge. You want charge.
준비되었어요.
Roll Spanner is charged.
좋아, 몸 좀 풀어보자고.
Roll Spanner. More charge. He's at level 30, don't worry about that. Our core piece is also level 30, don't worry about that. I wish I could bring in a support for W-CORP Otis. But I don't have any friends, so I can't. Dang it.
편편 들어보죠.
Back up. What is something you're natural at? Other than being the Vtuber, what am I natural at? What did I do? English? I'm not a natural at English. I said I'm garbage in English. Deploy back up 606. I guess we're going to go. Dying in game? Oh yeah, that! I've always been really good at that.
정리 시간이다.
I got this. No problem. What do you mean you can't? I mean it in the most literal sense. My access to files and input and information, which has always been readily available, is completely severed. What if everything about the situation is something you don't have access to yet? Like you said last time. One cannot completely dismiss that possibility, but even that is uncertain. Every answer Faust has given me was always full of confidence and methodical experience I can read. I don't think she's ever said a sentence that was this full of speculation and doubt. Then, Faust, you're... Yes, at this moment I'm limited to operating only with my knowledge. I cannot discern the cause of this disconnection. More than enough precautions have likely been taken in case of interdimensional travel, but perhaps Faust did not take into account an occasion in which we may have access an unidentified dimension such as this. Or, even if it was taken into account, this particular dimension may not have been subject to cross-observation. If that is not the case, then No, never mind. There was nothing that suggested that my connection to Faust would be lost. Not even as we boarded the train. To be honest, this is a rather disagreeable situation for me. Alright, for now that changes everything. I recall the last thing I saw before the hatch on the capsule closed, when Faust told me not to worry too much. Okay, this is just a minor setback. Nothing you can't beat, right? We got this. I began to mutter like I was trying to convince myself. As the manager, my job was to calm everyone down and set their sights on the future, just as Faust did for me immediately before the hatch closed. If you're right about why you were disconnected, then that problem will solve itself once we're off the train. And if we do ever run out of options, I'll just turn the clock and see what happens. Don't stress yourself too much. We still have a lot to work with. Your knowledge, my clock, the sinners, and I can feel my confidence taking a hit with every word that came out of my metaphorical mouth. But that seemed to be a no for Faust. She nodded. Understood. And to the sinners, the fact that we are currently confined to a warp train in operation must be a source of enough stress. I believe that sharing Faust's current state with them would add an unnecessary source of tension.
What, so wrecking this door ain't gonna do anything? We're all gonna bite it once it opens?
How many times do I have to tell you that you're not even strong enough to break this door? To break this door down?
A billion years in this box?
Yeah, good idea.
So, what now? Do we take a searching sweep around each car or something?
In the grand scheme of things, yes. Faust cleared the air with a cough before continuing. By W-CORP's standard timescale, approximately 3 days have passed since our departure. W-CORP's standard timescale? What? Is she saying that as in it's because time happens differently in this different dimension? Or because W-CORP is like a time zone and the rest of the city revolves around the time zone because this city is so massive that it from west to east it would span across multiple time zones if they were not sharing W-CORP's standard time scale. What the heck is that? I don't know! This is the first time I've heard about it. I feel like they would have mentioned it during time killing time, but I don't remember it being mentioned there either. As per the contrast between Loomis Company and W-CORP, I acquired the master key core placed inside my capsule and adjusted the hatch settings to open automatically in 3 days.
3 days, huh? I feel like I just blinked and... I guess that's hibernation for you.
As you were all informed prior to boarding, there is no way for the economy class passengers to enter the first class car. That is why this place has remained untouched. However, cross-referencing my own deductions and W-CORP's rather fragmentary explanations, I can assume that the situation is currently under progress in the economy class cars.
The part where they all thrash the out of each other, tearing their limbs off and all that mess?
No, I doubt that. I don't think it gets that bad in just 3 days. And besides, that's supposed to be business as usual for W-CORP, right? There must be something else that's out of the ordinary that they want us to deal with. I like the distortion. Precisely. In my opinion, it is... Oh! Hold that thought for about a moment. Just as Faust was about to continue, Don Quixote raised her index finger to her lips and signaled her to be quiet. Could it mean that time flows differently here? Yes. Very much. Significantly. Like, a lot. It's a warp train, of course. Time flows differently here. Does thou hear what as I do? Scratching... Nay, raping! Rapping! One of those two! Forsooth, past this gate must be... As Don Quixote kept listening with her ear to the door, an odd expression of half curiosity and half horror appeared on her face. As in each segment of the train at different times. No, I don't think so. I think the main thing that's different between each like train card is that like the first class train cars have cryopreservation chambers, which is why we were asleep for 3 days. And for us that was in the blink of an eye. But for all the other train cars, those are passing in the same time zone as each other, including the same time zone as this one, but they are just not... The passengers in those cars are not cryopreserved. So I'm pretty sure all of them are the same time zone. That would make sense. Other than... Because if time works differently in each train car, then why does first class not just not have cryo-preserving tubes? Those wouldn't be needed if time worked differently in first class, so they could just wait 10 seconds and be done. Or something like that, I'm guessing. I don't know. Is it possible that there must be... a Lady Faust? It's weird, yeah. It's weird, fictional, dystopian, sci-fi, future, dystopian... singularity magic. And contemplated? Yup. It's magic! The answer is magic! That's all we need to know. That's all I know. After that very distressful noise, everyone simultaneously turned their heads to look at Faust, who closed her eyes, briefly in thought. Please step aside for a moment, Don Quixote. It would be best if I observed it with my own eyes. With that, she produced the master keycard from her pocket and approached the panel installed next to the door.
Oh, hang on a minute. You're gonna open the door?
I intend to follow your usual flavor of suggestion, Heathcliff. That there are times in which a physical altercation is preferable to detached ruminations.
Huh? My suggestion? Well, I ain't gonna disagree with you there, but what's gotten into you, lass?
After all, how could I deduce anything without seeing it myself? After a brief mechanical beep,
God!
a hideous creature suddenly crashed through the open door and charged wildly in our direction. Oh! Okay. We're off to a good start, Hello!
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
Craving blood bag passenger. Violent blood bag pass. Oh! Wait a sec. I think I see the error. Aren't I supposed to be able to see their names, like, somewhere without having to click on them? Or am I misremembering something? I noticed the main difference is, because I read all of the patch notes, they added little arrows to the stagger thresholds. I noticed that, but isn't their name supposed to be under them? It's not there. Coagulated arm, 1 inflict bleed count. Hard blowing jag, inflict bleed count. Collecting blood. Target has 10 plus bleed, deal more damage. Inflict more bleed. Absorb up to 10 bleed potency from the target and heal bleed potency absorbed. Ah, they're sweepers. This effect does not lower the target's bleed potency under 1. Counter. Base power plus 1 for every 3 bleed count on 7. Max 2. Or I can just not hit them when they're countering. Oh, actually, it's a regular encounter, it's not focused. Never mind. I mean, just, we are so jamming right now.
승객을 정리합니다.
무얼 잘못했는지 아는 것
What was the beeping?
시작됐어.
What was the red beeping? What was the siren? I don't know us.
늦으면 내 피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Ah, what? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Blood coagulation gain plus 1 bleed count every time this. They also added this in the. I saw the patch notes. So now you can actually see the exact numbers for each stagger threshold and how long it'll take to get to the next stagger threshold. So if you really want to min-max the refraction railway lines, you can get exact numbers now. You can calculate just a little bit more. Gain plus 1 bleed count every time this unit is hit. Turn and consume 3 bleed count on self to gain coagulated blood. Gain offense level and defense level. Defense level equal to the value max 5. So they basically gain, what? 1? 1.5 power? Offense and defense power? Little more min-maxing? Min-maxing, which I'm probably not going to do. Because I'm not good at keeping track of everything, including stagger thresholds and numbers. I always tend to overestimate or underestimate how much damage I deal. Mostly because of things like resistances to slash damage types and ego damage types and offense and defense power levels and statuses and everything else. Paralyzes targets with bleed. Turn end of these unit fail to deal damage this turn, gain 2 fragile 2 offense level up next turn. That's why basically every single one of them is fragile, because I win those clashes. That's also what the counter is for, so that they can deal damage to somebody. Then blood sucking, take 10% of the damage from bleed, running down. On hit, the target has bleed, heal HP. Then that's on top of the skill. Seems simple enough. Should I make them counter anyway? Is that fine? Is that acceptable? Or do I wanna go like, offset? So they keep the fragile. Well, no, they're gonna get staggered. See? This is exactly what I mean. I'm not good at keeping up with everything that's happening in the game. They're so close to staggering, of course I don't need to offset them. Duh! Duh!
지금이 기회인 것 같소. 약점 파악완료.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
You're countering and nearly staggered. I'm sure that'll be fine.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어. 약점 파악완료.
이제
This is the first combat encounter, so I probably don't really need to pay too much attention to the enemies. It's not even a focused encounter, so it doesn't matter too much.
야호.
Oh, there's only one wave. Oh,
우리 편.
damage.
방어를 제거합니다.
다음은 어디요?
Ta-da! Victory! Lady Faust, however similar in appearance they may have been to the passengers, verily, 'tis as though they were in complete want of sense. Like people politified by the whale. Don Quixote hesitated until the last minute before raising her weapon to fight them. She hangs her head mournfully. Normally, Faust would have told her more information about those monsters before the fight began, and she would not have been burdened by the sheer thought of bringing harm to the innocent. Faust began searching the area, closely observing various bodies and general area for information.
You appear particularly inquisitive today, Miss Faust.
Yeah. Aren't you usually the one who's all the answers while we're racking our brains trying to come up with something? The students were starting to feel that there's something else about Faust's behavior. They might even soon realize that there's something wrong with Faust right now. Don Quixote. They're not dead. Huh? Observe closer. The parts are all tethered to one another by something, are they not? Oh! It appears that the flow of time has ceased in this space. Therefore, it follows that the connections that tether bodies to life and away from death remain intact. To my relief, Faust managed to correctly figure out what's going on like her usual self, even if it took her slightly longer than it usually does. Hey, what did I say? We got this. Huh? What was that about? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Don't worry about it. But I'd forgotten that not all of the sinners were content with nodding along to whatever information Faust told us.
The flow of time has ceased aboard a warp train, is it?
Yes, grew pensive, seeing that Faust lips parted. Faust lip. Minor spelling mistake. Faust's lips parted for a moment before closing shut. I was starting to get a good read on her. That was an unmistakable look of regret, no matter how short-lived.
Howbeit, would it not be more accurate to muse that the flow of time has decelerated to the point where, to an extra-dimensional observer, it has slowed to a stop? What is your perspective regarding the suggestion?
Yes, that is the most rational suggestion, Yu-sen.
Did Miss Faust just get something wrong?
Oh, Yu-sen sure is a time expert, right? Can you summarize it in easier language now that we're talking about it anyway?
Gladly. If you would allow me.
Yusing began to elaborate with gentle enthusiasm. That was close.
To speak in brevity, it can be said that death is not an element aboard this train.
And? Can you maybe speak in a little less brevity?
To elaborate.
Oh, verily! This one's heart beats still. Don Quixote lowers her head and listens closely to what appears to be a dismembered torso and shouts with relief.
Their state is akin to an unassembled jigsaw puzzle, merely immobilized and separated. Though their corpus has been sundered, the concept of death is at a state of, for all intents and purposes, eternal delay aboard this train. Existence is in continuance of moratorium. That's a word. Forced they are to be tethered upon this thinnest yet tenacious thread of life.
I ill understood what hath been said here, yet they're not dead all the same, If their severed parts are all connected, then it can be said that no matter how entangled their bodies become, it is not impossible to eventually gather their parts together to form a single passenger. Thus, naturally, we can determine how and why the professional W-CORP cleanup agent has come to be. I see. Because someone will have to categorize and reconstruct these puzzles once the journey is over. It's really baffling me that a job like this even exists.
Ever seen a wing that wasn't baffling in every sense of the word?
Still, I guess that means that as long as the train arrives in the station, they'll all be put back together like nothing happened. From what I learned through the W-CORP identities, their main job was to gather chunks of flesh together to bring them back to their original shapes before they boarded the trains. It's a lot more visual when I have a look at it in person. That was quite the auspicious news among ill tidings indeed. It soon clicked in me what Faust was, though with some effort, trying to do as I watched Don Quixote sigh with relief. Maybe Faust was trying to cheer Don Quixote up in her own way. The other Faust would not find it even necessary to do something like that. Dante. Huh? Oh, what's up? Oh, time to whisper, right? Indeed. I intend to collect further intelligence. Well, if there's anything I can tell you... Faust cast a dark gaze toward the chunks of flesh. Her gaze remained fixed upon them as she whispered. Are they distortions or abnormalities? Oh yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about that. They weren't humans, that's for sure. From them, I felt the same sensation I felt from monsters. There's something inexplicable, an unclear sensation or an aura. I've felt this somewhere before, I'm sure of it, but I couldn't pinpoint the source of the sensation. One thing I do know for sure is that the sensation was not the same feeling I got from abnormalities, distortions, or even the Pekatula. Huh. Was it gnomes? From Miracle District 20? Or didn't they say they're the same as the Pekatula? I think they're the same as the Pekatula. Dang it. Why is this so complicated? I don't remember. If I had to lean one way or the other, I'd say they're closer to distortions. I'm sorry, I don't think they're either of those. Is it difficult to be certain at the moment? Again, I'm not sure how I can explain this, but they're very similar to distortions, but also different. If you had asked, then I'm gonna guess Faust doesn't know. Faust may know, but I at this moment have no way of knowing. I feel like I should apologize for that. There's no need, Dante. While the information you provided me is rather ambiguous, it has helped me to do something of worth. And collecting intelligence myself and creating deductions based on sparse information is quite... She paused, holding a bloody, slimy chunk of flesh in her hands.
Did she just smother herself with gore in her hands?
Oh, finally, the awakening has begun. Oh god, she's going insane.
훌륭한 전시.
Victory! W-CORP knows you carried because of course you did.
고맙다고 말해야 하나?
And I assume, yep, Don Quixote was close behind. Everybody else is doing absolutely nothing. Only 2 of these identities are good. Multi-crack office. Oh hey! They come into play here. Finally. Took them long enough. After a round of intelligence gathering from Faust, we opened the door to the next cabin, only to be greeted by a loud commotion. Water.
It sounds like there are other survivors.
Ah, passengers in danger. Worry not, for I have arrived to... Wait, what? Okay. Knowing Project Moon, there is no telling whether this is a guy or a girl. But since this seemed to be the person that Faust's idea is based on, I'm guessing it's a girl. I've been doing the wrong voice for the person. Dang it. She looks a minute ahead. Absolutely. White hair, red eyes, 4 prosthetic arms, dual-wielding giant broad cleavers, crimson red colors, half a mask, black bandana, face coverage, 1 eye cover. She is screaming Manera. Oh, don't come any closer. Who the heck are you guys? A 4-armed woman suddenly jumped in our path. She appeared without warning. Faust stumbled a little, inadvertently slapped by the figure's swinging arms as she pushed us away. Right, like you gave me any warning before you practically kicked that door open?
Would you mind moving that huge sword out of our faces? It's a bit disconcerting.
Threatening? I'm just trying to protect those civilians in this car. Also, is that a violent prosthetic? Must be an old-timer, huh? I thought those things went out of style forever ago. Huge sword? 2 huge swords! They're gigantic. They're enormous. Have you not seen the trailer? They're huge. They're big. And I like them. Indeed. No, I didn't. Since I can't pull for them. Since I can't pull for their knees. Ah, loud. Yeah. Oh. No knees. Like, the multi-crack office seems to, they only hire people that have prosthetics. Especially like 4 metal prosthetic arms. Heathcliff's has 2 giant spear glaive thingies. And they mostly remind me of that one guy from Librevuna in the Hook office who has like augmented pincers on his back. Giant pincer weapons. Just to mention Shredder. There's Faust. Same arms. And this character that we just now met in the story seems to be the Hung Lady? Yeah, the Hung Lady. That guy. That's what the arms remind me of. And Faust here has 2 giant, broad cleavers. I'm personally not really a fan of the whole sci-fi robot thing, but I like the swords. And I like her coat. If she just didn't have like this weird side robot arm thing and the face coverage and the metal robot arms, then I would like this design. If she was just holding the broad cleavers in her hands, in her normal hands, I'd probably like her a lot more. I really like the broad cleaver designs alone. Looks great now. Yeah. Olympus Company has some pretty good trailers. Granted, they're mostly just using like dialogue lines from the game and slapping them in a trailer. And using the same ID art from in-game and then showing a few clips of the IDs doing attack animations. But still, it's a good showcase because it's gonna happen in the game. It's good when trailers show things that happen in the game so that when you're playing the game, you know what to expect. That's the whole point of a trailer. Is so that you can see what's gonna be in the game. It's not like full animation, yeah. It's not like the White Knights trailer for Honkai Star Rail. That was like a whole entire separate animated music video that had zero footage from the game or any in-game cutscenes. It had the same characters, I guess, but like I had no idea what was happening. It was like watching a K-pop dance video or music video or something. Like, I have no idea what's happening. None of the backgrounds make any sense. The backgrounds have nothing to do with the lyrics or the song. It's just there. Sometimes I want to sell an idea? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That is what the White Knights trailer did. Oh, White Knights was mostly focusing on the idea of Pinakani and showing off the character designs and the best animations. Like, the best animation that you will see in the game, but like not showing the cutscenes ripped straight from the game. You know what I mean? So like, a lot of the environments are using Pinakani assets, but it's not showing the in-game locations of Pinakani. So, it tells the idea of Pinakani being a massive, colorful, basically New York city funk dreamscape with a whole bunch of distorted, warped environments. So that, in that sense, it was a good trailer. When it's supposed to sell an ID, you're not wrong. Other game trailers are trying to sell ideas. Limbus is over here trying to sell IDs.
You wanna see what this old timer's got left in him?
Aha! Thou from the north, verily? Thy garb is that of northerners, no?
This really ain't the time, lass. Anyways, looks like we're in the same mess here. Make way for us, yeah?
She seemed to be sizing us up for a moment. I can read. Nah, how do I trust you? Got any proof that you ain't bitten? I'm not gonna let all my effort protecting this place go to waste.
Bitten? The bloody heck are you talking about?
Weird. You look completely lost. If you're in one of the economy cars, I'm sure you've seen... Hold on. Are you all from the first class car? Yeah, we just woke up from our capsules. But none of you look very... I mean, aren't first class seats supposed to be... Well... Why didn't you say so from the get-go? Name's Sasha, multi-crack office rep. With that, she lowered her weapons and allowed us to pass. Have you not left this car for the duration of the ride, Sasha? No, I haven't. We warped over to W-CORP after picking up one of their contracts. But, jeez, can you even believe that this train broke down? Heck, is it even broken? I'm not feeling hungry or sleepy at all. It still stinks of some shady nonsense if you ask me.
You can feel all that even in a prosthetic body?
Man, how could I live without my favorite hobby? Drifting into a sweet nap after a pleasant meal. So I made sure to get a high quality parts from so I can still feel hungry and sleepy. Hasn't something else of note also occurred? First class means human treatment, exactly. First class means you get treated with the bare minimum of human decency. Every other class means... Love Town. You bet your butt did something else of note go down. How distracting. Is it hard for you to speak without being so hyper? Or at least stop swinging your arms around like that? Can't do that, friend. I broke all my prosthetic arms in a fight, so I'm calibrating a new set. I gotta keep swinging him if I want him to sync up with other parts anytime soon. Anywho, I don't know what the heck is going on, but people started turning into some weird monsters all of a sudden. I haven't a goddamn clue as to who they are. Don't seem like they can understand us either. Good thing my train car didn't have a lot of those monsters. I just chopped what monsters there were to pieces and hauled the civilians to this vacant car.
3201 red colors. 322 red colors.
You have decided to protect them, despite the potential risk that they may transform as well. But of course, it is expected duty of any Valor's fixer to stand guard in the front lines against evil to protect the weak. Is that normal for W chains though? Yeah, it is. Exactly. I've been keeping a close eye on him for the last 3 days. And so far, 0 transformations. Go past this car and you'll see what the heck is really... What the heck on earth... What... Oh, what hell on earth really means. Those monsters are constantly trying to claw their way to the front of the train. So if you ask me, I'd wager that something went down there at one of the train cars in the back. And it spread like wildfire till it reached here. I see. And that's all I can tell you about the situation. So, what's your story? Why do you rich first-class folks decide to suddenly graze us peasants with your peasants? Nothing that's happened here could have made it to your swanky first-class cars, so what's your business down here? W-CORP has hired us to solve this case. We are... fixers! Indeed, fixers. Fausto looked like a reluctant acceptance as she affirmed Don Quixote's declaration. We've got every single one of your first-class ticket? Your office must be rolling in the dough. No, Don, don't mess this up. We are not from Limbus Company. They do not need to know this. Don't name drop us. She called us fixers, okay. Whew. Thank goodness we're safe. We're good. Getting flashbacks to chapter 2. Wait a goddamn second. So, W-CORP already knew that this would happen? But, are you really contracted to a wing? Not sure if I trust you. As you must mean well yourself, contracts and contract fulfillment are of paramount importance for fixers. With that in mind, please recall that W-CORP is one of the most secretive wings of the city. Non-disclosure agreement, huh? Makes sense. I wouldn't want to deal with those oofy boys either. Anyways, I'm still gonna have to ask for any proof that you actually contracted my W-CORP. This is the master key card given to us by W-CORP. I believe that I can open most doors aboard this train. Fast produced the master key card from her pocket. I guess there isn't any other way for us to prove that we're actually contracted by W-CORP. I'm getting a flashback to chapter 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and... 6? That's the number that comes next. When Don got us killed, and almost killed, and then almost killed again, and then she actually got us killed. And then Stingray showed up, and Don Quixote was excited that we were all getting killed. Ugh. Also, I'm not feeling water. Feel tired? Partially. Part of me is feeling tired, but also the other part is, we had a lot of, cappuccino cups that have been sitting around for a long time. And we wanted to hurry up and drink them to get rid of them. Get that away instead of just throwing them away. So, instead of drinking tea throughout the day like I usually do, I drink like 3 cups of cappuccino. which is a lot of caffeine. So I'm not sure if I'm feeling not good right now because my heart is freaking out. Like, what the heck? What was all that caffeine? Well, that's not good. Don't do that. Or if I just suddenly got more tired because I'm like crashing, like a caffeine crash or a sugar crash or something. I just felt really dizzy for a minute. Which is also why I was trying to refrain from drinking tea. I've been trying to drink more water during the stream today. I also have honey cough drops. Maybe that could help. I don't know if it's a good idea to eat like honey cough drops. Sugar. Basically sugar candy. I don't know if that'd make it better or worse. Seems to have settled down for now. We'll see if it happens again later. I have water. We should be fine. Yeah, a lot of sugar and a lot of caffeine. But it's honey though. It's a honey sugar. That's not as bad as normal sugar, right? I've had 3 cups of 10 ounces cappuccino. I think 2 honey cough drops or one honey cough drop, and 10 ounces of green tea with a large teaspoon of honey. Someone is racing towards an early hospital visit. What do you mean? We had to get rid of the cappuccino. It's been sitting around for forever. I'm drinking water. It'll be fine, probably. Oh yeah, and I also had like 4 or 5 small cookies. But they're like Oreo-sized cookies. That is also sugar. I forgot about that. A fast pronounced magic key card from your pocket. I guess there isn't any other way for us to prove that we're actually contracted by W-CORP. The sugar in the honey is a mixture of glucose and fructose. I don't know the difference between those. I don't know the difference between a lot of different sugars, like regular sugar and powdered sugar and honey sugar and glucose and fructose and corn syrup and regular syrup. I don't know the difference. And like brown sugar or cinnamon? Is there a difference between brown sugar and cinnamon? I think... No, cinnamon is a spice, not a sugar. I forgot what brown sugar is. I think I was thinking of caramel, not cinnamon. Caramel is brown sugar. But it's like crystallized brown sugar, I think. I'm so smart. I'm not smart. A regular body is glucose. Fructose is what their fruits eat. Ah. So honey is like half and half of fine and not fine. Wait. The key card? So I use this to open the path between the first class and the economy class car? Let's see. W-CORP logo. Oh, nice materials. Well, looks like you're telling the truth. Alright, I won't pry. Not like there's any cash in it for me either. So, I guess you gotta go all the way down there for your job, huh? Yes. The fixer finally got out of our way. Then, with one of our free hands pointing towards the opposite door. Well, it's your funeral, ladies and gents. Or your victory lap if you guys are really that good. Lots of luck to y'all. I thank thee for thy words of courage, Fixer Sasha. I shall trust thee with protection of this fortress. Prithee, protect the innocent in my stead. A lot of honey can be harmful, like a similar diarrhea. I drink like about 3 or 4 cups of tea every single day, and I always put like a whole teaspoon of honey into them. So I always eat a lot of honey every day, but I never have diarrhea problems. If anything, I think I have the opposite. I have more constipation than diarrhea. Like, it does not come out. I don't know if anyone would cause the opposite problem. Who the heck are you? Can you see? Can your eyeballs peer past the hair that is obscuring them? What? Nick says, are you a fixer? Are you going to save us from the blasters in the cars behind us? Oh! Just as we were about to reach the other end of the car, a little passenger pulled on Don Quixote's coattails. Hi, forsooth! Oh, are you a famous fixer? Forsooth, once again, thou mayst know me as a profoundly illustrious fixer. Oh, I want to be a fixer too, just like you. Don't pester the lady. I'm sorry, she's my daughter, and... Worry not thyself, 'tis no bother at all. Thou must dream of becoming a fixer thyself, little squire. It is fortunate that someone like yourself is aboard the train. Your presence ensured the child's survival. Yeah, I think it's more because of lack of fibers in your diet. Yeah, I don't need a lot of fiber. I would eat more fibers, but I just don't know how to get more. The few foods I can think of that have fiber are like fruits, like specific kinds of fruits, or like, I don't know, broccoli, cabbage, beans. The kinds of plants that you have to cook or prepare in some kind of way that I don't know how to prepare. And every time I try to ask my parents to teach me how to cook, they refuse. They won't do it. Or they say that they will, but then they forget and they never do it. Their memory is almost as bad as mine. Can you eat salad? We don't have any salad stuff right now. My mom sometimes gets salad for herself. Like, I could probably, like, just ask her to get more salad stuff for us. Hold on. You know how much I like keeping notes. I literally have a shopping list. I'll add this salad stuffs. Mom. There, salad. Cooking is extremely easy for somebody who's good at cooking, yes, which is not me. The only things I've ever cooked before is scrambled eggs, an egg omelet, and bacon. I think that's it. Other than just shoving stuff in the microwave. Or following instructions on random stuff and then shoving them into the microwave. I have not touched I have touched the oven 3 times in my life. I don't do cooking. But a salad should be doable, right? I can do it. I do like broccoli. I've heard like broccoli is one of the best things for fiber. One of the highest in fiber. And also iron things. I also had an iron deficiency at one point. I don't know if I still do. I should probably eat a lot of broccoli. I'll add that to the list. Broccoli. There we go. I myself using YouTube videos. Every now and then I try watching a few YouTube videos of people that are like cooking or showing how to cook or teaching how to cook, or just even just like, I don't know, recordings of professionals cooking with no instructions. But the instant that I finish watching the video, I immediately forget all of it. I don't remember any of the ingredients that they listed off, or like the names, especially with baking, like desserts. I don't know any of those ingredients, like cornstarch, baking soda, flour, powder, powdered sugar, high fructose corn syrup, something gelatin. I don't know. You don't cornstarch? I don't know anything about cornstarch. All I know is a whole lot of the cooking videos that I watch, especially with things like, what was it, bread, baking, desserts, pastries, or even things like, I think, pudding and marshmallows. They use cornstarch. That's all I know. And then I'm a visual learner. The best way for me to remember things is by seeing them, like pictures. But guess what happens when I look on Google Images for cornstarch? It's a white powder. It looks exactly the same as sugar, and powdered sugar, and salt, and flour, and I don't know, pancake mix. It looks exactly the same. How am I supposed to remember it if it looks exactly the same as like half a dozen other cooking ingredients that I've heard of? I can't tell the difference. Can't really say that I'm an intermediate cook. I wish. You should label it? We probably have it labeled somewhere in the house. But if I'm watching... well, like I said, if I'm watching a YouTube video to try to learn how to cook, I'm looking at the video while they're dumping in all the ingredients and listing the names of the ingredients. And I see them dump some white powder in it, and they could say like one of 6 different words, and I don't know which one it is. I see a white powder. That's all I remember. I don't remember if that white powder was the cornstarch, or the flour, or the sugar, or something else. I don't know. Do we have a cooking video? I'll help you. Do I need to find a cooking video? I don't know if I can find one. Like, maybe if I look for one that I watched recently. This one.
Help you two by answering one question.
No! I don't feel like it. Shut up. Yeah. Well, here's one that I watched recently by Michelle Marin. See. Like, look at this. Look at this. There's not even visual text on the screen. There's eggs. Okay, I get that. Simple. There's white powder. There's a different white powder. They mix the two white what are the white powders? What do they mean? What's the other eggs? There's some more white powders. You're sifting that white. There's a different... No, or is that the same? That's probably more the same white powder, I guess. What are all these white powders? Why are there so many white powders? Why am I getting an advertisement? Then you mix them together. Okay, I got that. Put them in a pan. Cook them at how much temperature? I don't... Wait, what's this? What's this transparent liquid? They're putting in a transparent liquid and I don't know what it is. Must because I have the audio turned off. I'm a visual learner. I can listen to her tell me it's probably oil, like cooking oil.
Pancakes. Each of them to get nice pipe 4 minutes to steam. Each of them to...
She doesn't say what liquid she put in there. I don't know what the hell is. Now you have pancakes. Butter, syrup, that's simple enough. Apple smoothie, seaweed soup. As you fry? Yeesh. I also don't know the difference between different kinds of cooking oils. Like, what's the difference between cooking oil, non-stick oil, vegetable oil, other oils? I don't know. Pie. Oh, look! What do we have here in the pie? There's more white powder and another white powder. There's 3 different white powders or 2. I don't know. There's white powders in butter. I think I saw something else in there. No, okay. And there's cold water. Simple enough. There's your dough. I don't know what the white powders were. I assume one of them was cornstarch, maybe the other one was sugar. I don't know, I'm guessing. What oil is in the pan? Is that non-stick oil? No, it's butter, not oil. Do you not need to put oil in the pan if you put butter in the pan because the butter makes it not stick? Or do you need both? I don't know. You understand my confusion? You just start simple. This is exactly the same as a whole bunch of other videos I watch. Like, even the videos is something like super easy cooking, stir fry potato rice beef karaage, whatever. Super simple grilled shrimp, 2 minutes to grill, and then they start stumping like a dozen different seasonings on it, and I have no idea what any of those seasonings are. Excuse me, why? And then they dump all the shrimp into an oil. I forgot what the oil was. It was some kind of frying oil. It's pretty complicated, especially when there isn't any commentary. I already watched this video with commentary, but I forgot what everything was. I don't remember. That's why you don't know how to cook. I don't remember. It's all sugar, watery sugar. Video from Joshua. Wait, Joshua. Please. Bang. I tried every fast food breakfast in America. Did you know? Congratulations. I guess. If we're cooking egg, that's something I know how to make. I know how to cook an egg in 2 ways. I think. But that was like 4 years ago. Maybe I don't remember. Oh. I'm most likely going to forget something. I don't remember what temperature I set the oven to. Or not the oven, the stove. And I don't remember where the spray, the non-stick spray is in my kitchen. I'll bookmark this for later. I'll look at it some other time. Also, Monster Hunter Wilds uploaded Gunlands. Oh my gosh! Look at this, it's Monster Hunter. Look, you all like Monster Hunter, right? I'm not the only one, right? Surely I'm not the only person who's excited for Monster Hunter. You have no idea how much I'm going to play the heck out of Monster Hunter Wilds, so when it comes out in like... I don't know, 6 months? Monster who? Monster Hunter! Monster Hunter Wilds! I am most likely going to be a Gunlands main. What is that? I can get so sidetracked in this stream and just... I was a Gunlands main in both Monster Hunter World and Rise and Generations Ultimate. I'm a charged main. Nice. That was like my third main weapon in Iceborne. Not so much in Rise for some reason. I'm not sure why. Ooh, look at these hops though. We got a regular poke blast, simple, back hop, and then we got a blast side hop. We are blasting and side hopping. People say that people were complaining that Gunlands is too slow and clunky. And they gave us more movement. Let's go. There's 2 blast side hops followed by a dashing slash. And then a turnaround. Wait, that's a full burst. That's a full burst right there. Look at this. Look at this combo. Double side dash, sweep, and then full blast. And finish with a worm stake super quick. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. This is awesome. We got counters! I mean, yes, it already had a counter in Sunbreak, but we got a counter! Gunlands can counter into an overhead slam. Nice. Is that a charged attack? I can't tell if that red buff, that heat buffing is there a guitar main? Yes, there is the hunting horn. Hunting horn is literally guitar. It's the music instrument weapon. I know nothing about gunlands. I'm confused. All you need to know is it's awesome and it's good and it's wonderful. That's what it is. It's got a calendar, just like Rise, pretty much the same. I'm not sure if this is charging up attack and slowly walking while charging, which is a step up from usual because usually you're very stationary while charging, or if that's the full blast explosion thingy on cooldown. Well, they do a blast right there. That seems like a charged blast. There's a regular attack, regular combo, massive explosion. Lightning blast. Focus mode. There's this drill attack. This is new. Gunlands really just pulled a page out of Lance's book, huh? They're like, you know what? Let's give it a dash attack where it just continuously pokes the monster. Sure, why not? I love the way it spins. I'm imagining all the different Gunlance designs and all the different ways it could spin like a drill like this. Where's my drill lance? We're gonna get a drill lance, it's confirmed. It has to happen in this point. What? Wow! Wormstick release. Quick reload. Full blast. In a really weird diagonal cone without needing to do an overhead slam. And immediately another Wormstick. Do you have... Did they reload a Wormstick with a quick reload? That's not supposed to be possible. Quick reload is supposed to reload all your shells, not your Wormstick, but they don't release their Wormstick. Quick reload. And immediately do another Wormstick. And that means quick reload reloads your Wormstick, or they had like 2 charges of Wormsticks, which would also be insane, and I will die. I know nothing about Gunlance, I'm so confused. I'm trying to explain it as best I can. Basically, it's awesome. I'd rather sword and shield? Is it like heavy bowgun and lance? Heavy bowgun? No, not at all. All 3 of the ranged weapons in Monster Hunter are entirely different from all of the melee weapons. They cannot be compared at all. Gunlance is not even a ranged weapon, it's a melee weapon. The only reason it's a gun is because it has ammo and it explodes. But it explodes in a melee range. It's like, you play Charge Blade, it's similar to Files. Charge Blade also has ammo called Files, but it's not a ranged weapon. I am so excited right now. Annie, we got very sidetracked by cooking and Monster Hunter. Because I just saw this in my notifications when I was on YouTube. So tell me, you know all these moves by Camden or Cornstarch? Yes. Because I have played Monster Hunter World Iceborne for 2,000 hours. And I've played Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak for almost 1,000 hours. But I've spent, like 30 minutes using the stove. That's why. It's about experience. I'm gonna be so excited and so upset at the same time when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, sometime in 2025. We don't have a release month yet. Probably around January or February. I'll be so excited because brand new Monster Hunter game. I want to play that infinitely. Yes, please, 100%. But I'll also be sad because then I'll be spending all my time playing Monster Hunter and not playing other games, and then I'm gonna fall behind on all the Hoyoverse games and Blue Archive and Limbus Company and Splatoon. I'm actually already falling behind on Splatoon because the Splatfest is this weekend. I need to finish Murder on the Warp Express before this weekend so that I can do the Splatfest this weekend. I still need to do the Blue Archive Christmas event as well. I into Emily's character story. Meanwhile, I'm here getting sidetracked and not even playing Olympus Company. This has turned into a cooking in Monster Hunter stream. Okay. Should I go refill my water? I should probably go refill my water. I'll go refill my water again, and then I'll come back, and then I'll actually continue Olympus Company. like we were supposed to. What? Hello, I returned. I'm back. I lived. I'm not dead yet. Yay! Okay, where were we? We got past Sasha. We got past security. Else, it is fortunate that someone like yourself is aboard the train. Your presence ensured the child's survival. What you talking about all of a sudden? Come on, I don't need to keep up appearances between people in the same line of work. I'm just here to collect some sweet emergency contract fees from each and every one of them. Are you two on something or what? I see. I don't think non-guilty needs to hear what you just said. Didn't know you could be like that, Faust. Be like... what? You knew there was no way the Fixer was actually there to protect them out of pure goodwill, but you decided to go along with Uncoated delusions anyway? Am I right? Good move. I was getting worried about what might happen if she started acting out again. You saw the twinkle in her eyes too, right? Uncoated's always been energetic, but she's especially bouncy today. Eyes. Faust drew towards Sasha with a question. I have one last thing to inquire. It'll be 30k per inquiry. That is quite an unsound decision to make for someone who claims to be in the same line of work as us. Have you considered the possibility that, once our contract is successfully completed, we could include references to a particularly cooperative assistant office in our report to W-CORP?
What? Oh, are you serious?
Oh, it's correct.
Well then, let me hear it.
Were the eyes of the monsters you faced red, by any chance? Sasha paused her swinging arms for a moment upon hearing that question, appearing to either be in thought or trying to recall something. Then answered, I don't know. It was pretty hectic battle in the narrow hallway, so I didn't have the wherewithal. That's a word. To suddenly get a good look at their eyes. Is it something important? Oh, for one, my prosthetic eye is red. That passenger over there's got red eyes. Oh, you there. That lady with a big sword also got red eyes. What, is someone out there paying cash for info on red eyes or something? Sudden internet issues? Oh boy, my favorite, yay! I understand your pain. I'm very glad I have not been having stream issues. I mean, I have been having tons of stream issues, but I've not been having internet issues for the past week. I did have a power outage issue. No? Well, it was a question of no significance. Faust nodded lightly in their direction, then opened the door to the next car. Whistle. I don't know how to whistle. I can't voice act this. I'm sad now. It was just as we had feared. The scene that appeared before us looked like it came straight out of a painting of hell. Oh hey, it's a lowdown. Yay! Ryoshu is very excited. Ryoshu's in an amusement park right now. Oh hi, Lunacy. Painting of hell. Same team as usual. Don't have any supports. This is so sad.
빨리 시작하시죠.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
I assume when we don't win. Most likely. Hopefully. Maybe. Also, the music is different, I think.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
We're going to...
기다려줄게.
눈에 새겨주지.
Never mind, we're not good because we're not flipping heads.
저가 시작이 됐어. 늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
No.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
이제
They're going ahead.
그다지
They're
유쾌하지
going ahead.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
승객이 딱
Space
한
limit.
번
What was that alarm? I don't know what the red flashing was.
끝나간.
I don't know what happened.
야호.
I don't know what it means.
우리 편.
제거합니다.
Oh,
쉬시.
flowers. Oh, tiny book. Victory! Yay.
이게 바로 소위
Don Quixote does big damage.
나
Rip Space does big damage. Painting about 2. There's 3 enemies. That means there's a boss, isn't there? It's probably some kind of boss.
가보지.
I'm concerned. My face portrays concern.
카론, 기다리는
Or
거
no,
못해.
there's only one way. Why is there
좀만
3 enemies?
기다려줄게.
Violent. Low-back passenger. Raving low-back passenger. Why did it say there's 3 enemy types? Ah,
내
There's only
앞을
2.
막을 자는 없어.
I'm back. Hi, I'm back. I'm Yuri. Are you also welcome? I'm pretty sure you're also welcome.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
Win rate.
눈에
기다려줬어.
새겨주지.
Win rate wins. It just wins.
헛차샤! 지금이 기회인 것 같소. 약점 파악 완료.
Nice.
쓰레기 딱콩 한 방 먹었어.
Oh, that's not nice.
적들이 흔들흔들.
We're good.
신속히 처리하죠.
They're all behaving as expected.
무얼 잘못했는지 아는 것부터가 시작이랬어.
지금이 기회인 것 같소. 다음은 어디요?
내 피가 배고파했어.
방해물을 제거합니다.
Win rate wins.
혹시
Mersault is dealing 0 damage. Good job, Mersault. You did it. By it, I mean nothing.
다음은 어디요?
Don Quixote is carrying us.
자!
Oh no. I just yawned. We have a problem. I'm getting tired. I'm getting eepy.
야호.
I refuse.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
Why are they not dying? I feel like we're doing something wrong. The enemies appear to be not dying. Fluid attack? And sun shower. Well,
신속히 처리하죠.
자, 진정하세요.
다음은 어디요?
that's a tails. Aww.
이 스며들 듯한 비. 우산이 새진.
You saying you can't deal damage when you do tails. That's not how it works.
단숨에
That deals damage. Full attack.
승리할 거예요.
Nice.
야호. 이기는
What?
편, 우리 편.
Something is very not right here. They keep respawning. They do not die. They do not die. They're invincible. That's not normal. I don't like what they're doing. I don't like this.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
쉬시게.
벌써 끝나가는군. 자, 지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Okay, they're all dead. No, never mind. There's one more. I thought they were all dead, but they're not.
파악 완료.
And Faust does not kill them.
야호.
Oh,
이기는 편.
is that the
우리
last
편.
one? Are we safe? Finally.
방해물을 제거합니다.
자, 이분은 이쪽으로 모으고
Oh, thank goodness, finally. Yay! 9 more points for something too special? Oh no. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I'm worried. I'm concerned. Sinclair.
Battling a narrow hallway really takes a lot out of you. Too bad. Making big movements when there's not a lot of room to move around and takes more energy than you might think. Especially for people like us who use longer weapons.
These enemies aren't much harder than the ones we fought earlier, but it was inevitable that their sheer number would eventually wear down the sinners.
What are these things, Faust?
Yeah, I've been wondering that too. Why are you so tight-lipped all of a sudden? Those entities are...
Those entities are...
What do you think those entities are?
Huh? Didn't I just ask you the same question? Oh no. Are you giving us a chance to come up with our own answers first?
Of course, Faust did not confirm nor deny his question, but Sinclair was perfectly capable of interpreting her silence in his own fashion.
There were some things I learned after fighting them, I think. These monsters aren't mad at us, nor do they want to attack us because we're an obstacle. That's not why they're attacking us.
Quite. It was apparent that they hunger for aught, charging at anyone and anything in a desperate quest of it. Right. That's strange, though. I thought hunger or thirst wasn't a thing aboard these trains.
It could be determined from the entity's attack patterns and their offensives that their offensives were not based on rational thought. The source of the behavior can only be traced back to primal aggressiveness.
Yes, and was there anything else?
Anything else? Oh yeah, I think they all had red eyes.
Their bodies wreathed in blankets are red.
I smelled blood, so that's likely what they're made of.
Then it must be that the red was congealed. No, crystallized blood.
Thank you all. Your input has all been very helpful. Now it's my turn to start whispering. What did you learn from that? You're in luck, Dante. I read upon this subject as a tangent while pursuing information regarding our next destination, moments before we boarded the train, and while that was a useful element in resolving the situation, the sinners have also been a very good source of intelligence when it comes to categorizing and identifying important evidence from the available sea of information. Your advice was correct, Dante. You mean you know what to do to blow this case wide open? Nothing can be said with absolute certainty at this moment. However, this will be a good place for us to start. With that, Faust turned around and faced the rest of the sinners. I'll now present before you a solution to this predicament. Is there something else we gotta do other than beating the crap out of whatever's in our way? That'll not change, no. However, what I'm about to share with you will give you a better understanding of the purpose behind W-CORP's contract, and provide us with the possible means of finding the method by which we may complete it. I'm running out of breath. It is of high likelihood that the entity behind the incidents on this train, and by extension, every incident of the same nature that has occurred in previous warp train trips, is a blood fiend. Oh, what now? Am I supposed to know what that is? Cause I don't. What is it?
이게 바로 소위 말하는 엘리트. 나 승진시켜 주시오.
Once again, Don Quixote carried all of the damage. Good job. Blood fiend.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
Wait, a blood fiend? Like with a capital B? Oh, that's a blood fiend with a capital B. A blood fiend with a capital B? What in the name of wings is that?
You of all people haven't heard about blood fiends? I thought you were our team expert on obscure lore.
Apparently, I have not once heard mention of these blood fiends. Perhaps I left a magazine article slipped from my memory. Don Quixote flared her brows, genuinely lost, as though the very word sounded alien to her.
I thought they were just monsters in stories to scare children in the night. They're supposed to be afraid of garlic and sunlight, right? Oh, that sounds a bit different from what I've heard. I heard their fear of garlic and sunlight is just a rumor, and what they're really afraid of is water.
I have been briefed on the existence of blood fiends in the past, when I served as a commanding officer, and I have seen the dregs that they command. Though my memory isn't very clear, I'm quite certain that these monsters here do not resemble what I've seen. I've seen ones who call themselves a blood fiend among the fingers, but the things that blood fiend commanded were like those rubber textured ones. There's something off about this one. That one didn't spawn these dregs with abandon like this. But aren't you supposed to know this already? Yes. I see that some centers may have encountered blood fiends in the past. A long-winded explanation seems unnecessary. As many of you have stated thus far, the entities we faced in this train do not appear to be blood fiends. Blech. I am losing my voice. It is so hard to talk without drinking tea with honey or eating honey cough drops. I'm losing my voice. It doesn't hurt, at least. It's just not coming out. Especially with Ryoshu and Otis. I can't do their voices right now. Maybe we need a Yuri. No, wait, no, you don't. You don't need to know that. I can't believe you would do this to me. You would actually replace me like this. With another me. Really? That's how it is? Wow. Yuri can come out. That Yuri can't come out anymore. She's been replaced. I'm here now. Yep. Yep. Wait, it didn't work. Heck. Yep. Yep. There it is. It worked this time. I have returned. As many of you have stated thus far, the entities we faced in this train do not appear to be blood fiends. In a sense, they are drag-like beings that have failed to become kindreds. What? With a capital K? They're referred to as blood bags among relevant parties, according to information I'm aware of. Not a terrible name. Why would anyone name someone blood bags? As it has been said prior, it is impossible for passengers to disappear on board warp trains under normal circumstances. Though our reserve of intelligence regarding the warp trains or W-CORP is vast, if incomplete, we cannot find a possible exception to the above rule. Within that reserve of intelligence, however, I discovered that inserting the previously unseen variable into the equation allows for a formation of a new hypothesis. Wait, you're saying that these blood fiends can completely erase people? Or passengers from existence? A more accurate description would be to say that they are either dissolved or vaporized. Dissolved? No matter the degree of violence the passengers may indulge in, no matter how severe the damages may be, the warp trains can revert them to their initial states at the beginning of the journey. Among several interpretations of the word violence involves cannibalism, of course. What the heck is that turkey emote? Why is there a man's face on the turkey? I don't know Twitch culture. I don't know. Okay, good. I'm not the only one. Thank goodness. I found it. Good job. Good job finding it. However, as the passengers' collective time itself is in moratorium, that's a word, for the duration of the train's operation, digestion is not a biological process that should be active. In other words, even the devoured passengers can be reconstructed. Oh. Wow. Okay, thank you for the information, Faust. I did not need to know this. I found it as cool. Maybe our preferences are a little bit different. I'm not sure if I'd call that cool. But if you say so, yup. If they're merely stuffed into the digestive tract, then I suppose they could gut the passengers to retrieve the chewed-up chunks of other passengers and piece them back together via the vein-like things connecting each individual. However, such is not true from blood bags. Blood bags are, by their nature, obsessed with blood. Their existence hinges on supplying themselves with the blood of their victims. And it is said that they must consume a minuscule amount of blood to maintain their forms.
Wait, what? Didn't you just say that digestion's not a thing while we're on the train?
If I were to continue my deductions, perhaps consumption of blood for blood fiends and blood bags is a fundamentally different process from our consumption of nutrients for energy. To them, blood is a culmination, an entailment of something that forms the self, including but not limited to emotions, ambitions, wealth, purposes of existence, then it must naturally follow that they can spend their blood at will, which is a process that is isolated from other biological processes such as digestion.
What? I ain't following even half of that. You exist in moratoria of the time, at the present moment, Heathcliff. Yet your emotions still persist, do they not? Anger, sorrow, and joy. They continue to spark within you. Well, I suppose they are. Though we cannot tell whether they may be in a state of alteration, or whether they remain ensnared in the wheel of creation and destruction, it can be said that emotions, once past, exist not in continuation. The passengers' will to persist, the worth of this very existence in which they thrive, do they not all gently atrophy
That's a word.
into non-existence even amidst the ceased time? Miss Faust seeks to illustrate the similarity between how emotions are to ourselves and how blood is to blood fiends. Gotcha. So that's why she said their blood is vaporized, huh?
If that's the case, then the very blood that's supposed to bind these chunks of flesh together will also evaporate, which means that they can't be pieced back together.
There's no incongruence in that logic.
I still don't get it, I'm confused. It's literally a turkey man? It is indeed a man that is turkey. Or is it a turkey that is man? These are life's many greatest questions, which will never be answered. The ones which many will ponder and never will know. Even more than how the heck W-CORP trains work. That was way too much information to process at once. We didn't even know what to make of them either.
I would like to ask a few questions, if you would permit me.
Yusang was the first to break the silence.
Could it be said that blood bags are direct creations of blood fiends? If such is the case, then by which method do they...
That information is inaccessible at this moment. Faust replies, avoiding Yusang's gaze. There isn't anything I can do about this. The students will only get more stressed if they find out, and that's something Faust and I both want to avoid.
Inaccessible. Indeed. Now recall what you have said in the past.
This is only a speculation, however. I assume that a form of direct physical contact is needed to turn an individual into a blood bag. If such were not the case, then we, who are likely the greatest obstacles in the Sanity School at the moment, would have been the first ones to be turned.
Indeed.
In that case, that villain of a blood fiend must be hiding out somewhere aboard this train. Indeed. If we are to believe the words of a fixer from earlier, then there is a high likelihood that the horde is advancing in this direction from the back of the train. In other words, continuing down this train car will lead us straight to the blood fiend. Very well, I shan't forsake this opportunity to bring peace to the souls of these innocent passengers who have perished by the villain's hands. Dante. It seemed that Don Quixote was now invigorated. The other students also seemed satisfied now that we had a clearer sight of our goal. Faust, who stood amidst them, nodded in my direction. Well then, let's go. We're making the best of what's available to us at the moment. Let's move forward for now.
늦으면 내피랑 먼저
Uh-oh.
갈 거야.
Feral bloodbag cleanup agent. Aggressive bloodbag passenger. I don't know. What is different about them? Oh, you do charge. Gain charge count. Gain charge count. Consume all charge count on self. Consume 15 minus charge count. Consume HP. Ah! Inflict bleed and fragile. Absorb up to 10 bleed potency and heal. Okay. Seems simple enough.
신속히 처리하죠.
Ah! Come on! Stop it! Two of us have lost our clashes. What the heck?
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
Also, can I see their observations?
기다려줄게.
They have no observations, never mind. Well,
기회인 것 같소. 자,
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아냐?
신속히 처리하죠.
아하.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Water. Oh my god!
성공이야.
Don Quixote is ripping space.
우와. 카론도 깜짝.
Go again.
눈에 새겨주지.
I should have used the attack. Oh well.
모을 필요는 없겠군요.
벌써 끝나가는군. 약점 파악 완료.
야호. 이기는 편. 우리 편.
Nope. And also this one while we're at it. Making damage.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Ripping spit. Oh.
다음은 어디요?
무얼
Well,
잘못했는지
that's unfortunate.
부터가
끝나가는.
시작이랬어.
Small damage. Rip space dealt very small damage because the enemy was already dead.
우산이 새지나 않나 모르겠어.
So attack. That's not a hit.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Good enough.
1타 2피 맞지? 카론.
Why are they fully healed? I think they're healing a lot more than I was expecting from. On hit of the target has bleed. Heal 50% of the damage dealt. They're healing a lot more from bleed than I think. When the attacker uses a skill that gains charge, the attacker steals on charge count on this unit. Oh! Once per skill is not activated, this unit does not have charge. Wow! Neat. Self-inflicted damage due to this unit's skill does not reduce the unit's HP under 1. That makes sense.
신속히 처리하죠.
자, 진정하세요.
헛! 맘.
There we go.
헛차!
Real shit's going to him.
처리했어요.
Victory! Yay.
훌륭한 전시회였어. 하, 이걸 오히려 고맙다고 말해야 하나?
We're on what mission? 8 out of 15 now. Cleared. I should probably end the stream soon because I am getting tired, and I think I've crashed from my 3 cappuccinos caffeine rush, and I really want to avoid drinking any tea or eating any honey cough drops. I can probably do one more mission. This will probably be the last one. And it looks like it's a boss fight because there's a lot of enemies. Oh boy. Same team.
돈 벌러 가자.
I don't hear any music. I don't want to music either.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만
No, it's still only
기다려줄게.
one wave. There's just 5 different enemy types, I guess. Or a lot. Nope.
이상 승객을
You
정리합니다.
finally had to change from the MiHoYo games. No, there's still Murder on the Warp Express. I'll try to stream again tomorrow.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해. 100초만
Struggling. Oh no.
기다려줄게.
Why are we struggling now? What are you doing? Don't do that.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 자, 지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Space is being ripped.
한방 먹였어.
벌써 끝나가는군.
적들이
So far, so good.
기회 아니야?
Wait. I always forget. Gotta do this.
신속히 처리하죠.
아하.
벌써 끝나가는군.
야호.
And now we have Fluent Sack. Nope. No.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
Space is being ripped. Chunk, 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 chunk. Squeak.
다음은 어디요?
대성공이야. 카론 신나. 노래 부를까?
More pink. Oh, never mind. Not pink damage. They were already dead.
것부터가
Oh.
시작이랬어.
이 전투는
And Blue attack his tails. Small damage.
우와. 카론도 깜짝.
How do I know how many of them are gonna keep spawning after I kill the first ones? So bunch of them. Go.
신속히 처리하죠.
You don't exactly. We find out the hard way, which is by mashing the win rate button. That is the hard way.
야호. 이기는 편. 우리 편.
Oh, we go again. And we go again.
신속히 처리하죠.
벌써 끝나가는군.
There's the big damage.
듯한 비. 우산이 새지나 않나 모르겠어.
376 damage.
1타 2피.
Now that's a lot of damage.
수담해줄게.
자, 2번은 이쪽으로 모으고
모을 필요는 없겠군요.
자, 다음은 어디요?
Ta-da! I did it. Yay! Water. Don Quixote. Manager's quite a halt. Behold this poor fellow. He lives still. Don, they're all living still. Like, all of them. Don Quixote, her round eyes wide open, began spinning somewhere.
No, stay away from me, you monsters. Hey, Matt, we're not those monsters. Are you alright? Huh? That arm. You're starting to mutate too, aren't you? You must be turning into some bug-like monster. Ah! What? No, this is...
Gregor stumbled for words before chuckling and casting his gaze towards the floor in disbelief.
Yeah, well, no surprise there, I guess. Suppose there's no way to tell right away whether this arm's a monster, prosthetic, or whatnot.
It is possible that you're mistaken due to his bioprosthetic being of an older, outdated make that is now rarely seen in the city. Ah, a prosthetic. That's a relief. I thought those crazy people were trying to break in again. As you can see, my legs are messed up. I had no choice but to hide here.
So what are the W-CORP employees doing aboard this train? Huh? Oh, you're right. From what we found out about warp trains and their identities, I can't imagine why any of them would ever willingly board this train.
You're the contract fixers, right? We were ordered to assist you with your contract. I said we, but I'm the only one left. Every single one of my colleagues suddenly began losing their minds in that car over there. And...
This cannot be! Faust, is there truly no way to cure the blood bags? My apologies. The access to that information is prohibited at this moment as well. Though her voice and expression were both as serene as always, there was something gloomy about the way she said it. I may have been too reliant on Faust in too many places. Faust muttered in a barely audible volume. I don't know what I can do to help the sinners in a situation like this, either. I'd also grown too used to Faust's omnipresent omniscience, because I can always trust it to be there for us. I was starting to realize that minor spelling mistakes? That I don't have the means to consider and make my own decisions at moments like these. No, maybe I was too reliant on everyone else. If, when the time comes for them to rely on me, when they can no longer function as they usually do for whatever reason, can I really manage them well? Lead them to the right answers? Doubt, colored with fear, begins to rise like a dark plume of smoke.
well, what can I do, right?
The agent struggled to some corner of the room with his wounded leg and pulled on the lever. They made good use of this space. And the wall behind what had initially appeared to be a folding chair for employees spun open. Oh, what in the name of the wings is this? And perchance thou hast hidden here a weapon most powerful? A weapon most feared by the blood fiends? That holds some resemblance to a capsule we saw in the first-class car. But why would that thing be here? The cleanup agent slumped into the pod that appeared in the wall.
Finally.
Huh? What isn't that thou saying to do?
W-CORP prepared a small hibernation pod for employees in case of these emergencies.
Really? Then... huh?
Good luck with the rest of the mission.
With that, he settled into the capsule and shut the hatch behind him. When the door covering the pod closed, only the folding chair and the wall covering the viscera remained. He's... gone. And there he goes. He has departed the scene. We blankly stared at the wall the agent disappeared into. Well then, I guess we gotta go. Let's move on to the next car. Keep on keeping on. Great! Glad we're not getting any help. Just when we thought someone was gonna help us.
이게 바로
They are in
소위
fact
말하는 엘리트
not helping us.
승진시켜주시오 관리자나리.
Next car. Okay, but I think my voice is worn out now. And again, I want to refrain from drinking tea or eating more honey cough drops. I do not particularly wish for my heart to implode on itself, you know? Yeah, say. It's a lot of train carts. The whole background map is a bunch of train carts. And there's somebody lurking over there. There's somebody lurking with 2 cleavers. Somebody from the office. It's like there right now. No, I'm just. Wait, hold on. I can refund it. I refunded it. There you go. Should I have your points back? Okay. So that's the end of the stream for today. Wow! Turn red. Oh! That's cool. Hold up. Eh. Eh. There. Okay. The background changed to red now. And there's the multi something office. I forgot their name already. Cool. This is still the same. Theater. As usual. So it looks like we're a little more than halfway through it right now. But if it's like time killing time, then episodes 13 and or 14 will probably be the longest ones. So we're pretty much halfway through now. We did also get extremely sidetracked. Rewards! I cannot get Heathcliff. I need multi-Krakow as Heathcliff before anything else. So I can't get any rewards yet. Not that I have enough XP tickets to even level up. So I won't even be using him. I'll just shove him in the party. Okie dokie. That is the end of the stream for today. And tomorrow we'll finish Murder on the Orb Express. More Limits Company. Alright. Bye bye. Have a good night. Or day. Or time. Or EP time. I'm going to bed. I'm very EP. I normally go to bed like 8 hours ago. I might have to completely change my sleep schedule because my sister has been preventing me from being allowed to stream at my usual times. We'll see. Depends what happens. I don't know. Whatever. Bye bye!